it continues to be interesting to watch happen. Watch what happens between the CDC and HHS. It's the classic right hand, left hand challenge, and even the issue of they'll issue guidance. The CDC will issue guidance, and then even the CDC will come back the next day and say, "Never mind, we didn't mean it like that."
Yeah.
And so it makes it hard, right? It creates a general purpose trust problem that I think makes the
I,
figuring out how to deal with the pandemic even harder.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. You need clarity to address a problem. You need clarity, and it's welcome to have clarity. I'm curious on this. Google Cloud, Amwell coming together,
Oh yeah,
$100 million investment, and they're going public. Are you worried at all with Google? We talk about the surveillance, economy that exists. If people I think people are just ignorant of the
I
amount of
think so.
surveillance that is actually going on.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we say, "Hey, we're gonna track you for COVID," they're like, "No, you don't get to track me." It's like you realize if you're carrying an Android phone, you're being tracked every which way but Sunday.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Well,
they
you
go,
see these stories that sort of show, oh, here's where all the cell phones that were located at the Sturgis motorcycle rally went to after they left Sturgis. Now, none of those people consented to be monitored on their cell phones and where they're going, but it happens and it's de-identified and it's publicly available and you can go look at it. It's Yeah, you're exactly right. We're being monitored all the time. There are folks always tracking us. They may not really know who we are, but we're being tracked.
"So what's Google's?" Well, I want to ask you that question because you have no idea what's in their mind
Mm.
here. But does the privacy aspect concern you at all? Google has the deal with Ascension, the deal with Mayo, and now they have the deal with Amwell. They just did a deal. Verily did a deal. I saw in the news on stop loss insurance as well. So Google's making their
Oh
bets.
yeah,
They're making their plays right now. Are you
they
worried about
are.
that privacy aspect as Google starts to step in? Would you like to see more from them in terms of I wouldn't mind if Google themselves came out with a patient bill of rights that said, we won't use your information in this way. We will only use it in this way. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for all of the companies, and it honestly doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Microsoft or Google or Amazon or whoever, transparency is probably most important. Being readily able to and willing to answer questions about how you're using the data that you're getting, and having those conversations turned into, like you said, a bill of rights or clear places where you draw a line and say you can't use it like that, because a lot of people are getting data put into these big data machines, these big data companies, and they don't really know where it's going or how it's being used, and they're trying.